I was doing a speaking engagement about a year, 18 months ago in Barcelona, and we were each speaking, and I was second on or third on. He went up first, and he started to tell us about his business, and he created this piece of tech, like this mouse-sized. You can't really see it here, mouse-sized piece of tech that was designed to help the blind community. And I was like, so where's this going? He said, well, look, the problem is that the blind community don't have access to knowledge, they don't have access to literature, they're missing out so much. And he said that, according to him, that a copy of Harry Potter in Braille, the blind format, was like $180 and came in 3 volumes this big. And he said it's completely inaccessible to most people. So he started to think about how he could help people. And that device was essentially a reader of printed text that raised pins underneath the user's finger to simulate the Braille word as they passed the reader across the page. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. He was like, this is what I did. 4 years into the business, we raised 350,000 euros from friends, investors, Catalan government. Yeah, we engaged the Institute for the blind community across the world. They all said they loved it. It spurred us on to develop this product. It was in development for 18 months. And then he dropped the bombshell. He said, and I've just closed the business. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? And he's like, you've got this great idea. It solves a real problem. And you've wound your business up. What gives? And you'll never guess what he said. He said, we asked the wrong people. We saw a problem. We thought we had a solution for it, and we went and asked the wrong people whether we should do this or not. And I said, what do you mean the wrong people? He said, well, when we took the product to the blind community, we sent out loads of these devices to give people demonstrations, and they were coming back to us unused. They weren't even opening the boxes. And I said, well, what was that about? And he said, well, what we learned far too late by not talking to our ideal client was that 80% of the blind population are in third world countries, and the majority of them are illiterate. They can't read Braille. And I was like, jaw drop. And he's like, you didn't ask the question. Yeah, and it was one of those slap moments. Yeah, talk about like, he failed to follow the basic of validating your hypothesis before you spend money, time, and energy. And, he was still really upbeat. And he said, for the people that it does help, which is actually a really tiny minority of the people, it's been really useful, but it's not a business. And it's no longer a business. I was just like, wow, if you do not engage your audience early enough, you will suffer the consequences. And that stuck with me, that story. And I've actually told it to a few people because it is the epitome of why you have to qualify. And I'm all about the qualification, right? I'm asking questions. Because if you don't engage early, then you're gonna pay for it down the road.